was so gay. Okay, cut the bullshit. Let's go. Today we be reacting to Craigslist Horror Stories Volume 2. Now I'm gonna eat a gay stick while you're watching. So it's just a quick one. Oh my god, I hate this. I'm reacting on the Samsung because it has the face cam, but the iPad don't got that shit, so I have to react on the S7. Okay, I seen the first story a few weeks ago when I did that other reaction, and it was kind of, I didn't remember now, and then I took a quick peek, and I remember it was about a roommate. You know what I think of that? 10 red flags are going in my head right now. That's what I'd be like. Who the fuck wants a roommate with someone?
Holly Springs has everything a great town needs.
Someone you do not know.
It's got something
okay,
only the
why are you
greatest.
advertising my city? Please don't do that, because that's just creepy. I don't want everyone to know where I live, because I'd just kill myself. Again, Craigslist can be good and bad. I think Craigslist is a good site, but
this is a popular story with my family and most of my friends.
why would you? Who? What? And plus, why does it matter what gender? You need female. So you can't have a male? Are that straight? No, I'm just kidding. Very clean room. Man, this shit's expensive. 1,800, but that's luxury. Looking for a roommate. I mean, why would you want to be a roommate with an acquaintance?
Amanda's my brother's girlfriend. At the time
Who wants to be a roommate of anyone on Craigslist? You don't know nothing about them. You don't know nothing about the place. Some nigger could be in the back trying to kill you. Okay?
Story, she was looking for her first apartment and moving out of her parents' house. Her and my brother didn't want to move to
For these prices, you can get a nice apartment at Amberton Stonewater. My apartment was $1,000. I got as 3 bedrooms. I mean, just get a goddamn apartment. You get the 1-bedroom luxury apartment. It's fine.
together since they'd only been dating for a few months. She opted instead.
Just move in with your boy. Move in with the boy. What's wrong with it? Few months. That's kind of a long time, isn't it? Or I'm just an idiot. I think that's kind of a long time.
To search for a roommate online. Browsing Craigslist, she found an ad titled something like, "Roommate wanted, females only." This sort of thing was common since
You're homophobic.
the area she was looking in was mostly young professionals. The listing was for a room in a house for about $225 a month, which was quite cheap compared to most of the other places listed. The occupant listed herself as a 23-year-old college student that wasn't comfortable with living with any males. The other room...
Yeah, you're homophobic. Wait. Oh, a female. I'm sorry. You're a lesbian. Lesbian. I hope I spelled that right. You are lesbian. You're not comfortable with males. That means you're a lesbian. You're not comfortable with males. You need them. They need to be with you. No girls allowed. You're just a lesbian. Okay, so she's gonna attempt to move in with a lesbian. Oh my god.
would have their own room and attached bathroom. So far, Amanda was into this place. However, the listing only had a single photo from outside the property. Amanda sent an email wanting to meet the occupant and tour the house. Within 30 minutes, she receives an email back with all the details and time to stop by.
Okay.
The girl worked late hours and wanted Amanda to stop by at 8 p.m. When Amanda arrives...
No. 8 p.m. can be good or bad. Like, it depends on... In the summer, 8 p.m. is still light. Even in North Carolina, it gets pretty dark here. Early, but... Like, in Michigan, it'd be like 10 o'clock, it'd be some light. 9 o'clock would be light. But, I mean, pretty... Yeah.
There's a handwritten note on the front door saying, "Door broken. Use back door."
First of all, do you know how much you're fucking up right there? You're on a scale of 1 to 10, you're fucking up to 11. That's not even possible. That's how bad. You're gonna go into someone's backyard. Who knows? Generally, houses are designed kind of like a square. So you don't know. Once you turn that square, there could be someone with a gun. Going like this. Then as soon as you turn it, you go machine your ass.
Walking around the house, it looks nice, but slightly unkempt. Tall grass, weeds, dusty window.
Yeah, the weeds would make me get the fuck out. I have OCD, and weeds are not my thing. I do the best to kill them, but my neighborhood has a lot of weeds, and I'm pissed off at them. Losers who don't care about their lawns need to die. But whatever. You know, what did I expect from my hood?
Etc. Still no alarms for Amanda, though. When she knocks on the back door, an older man opens the door.
First of all, it's an older man. When you say older man, that could mean something. Older could be 40, 50, 60. But wait a second, I gotta get some gum. I got some 5. You know, guys know what it feels like to chew 5 gum. Leave your comment below.
At first, Amanda thinks that she has the wrong house, but the man reassures her and says that the occupant was out and that he was the landlord. The occupant asked him to meet Amanda since she was working late.
Sorry if I chew loud. The thing is, this is kind of a tricky situation. Because this guy could be a rapist, or this guy could be actually the landlord. It's hard to say, but I feel like more than likely than not, he's not going to be the landlord.
He seemed pleasant and offered to show her around. Alarms start going off, but aren't at red alert yet.
Alarms started to go off. You know it's about time to book it and get the fuck out.
First, the guy was clearly in his 40s, unshaven, and looked like he lived in his car. Also,
wait, let me look that up. Unshaven, so what? Why would you point that out? Why do I care if he's unshaven? Unless he has like a 10-inch beard, then I would kind of care. But if there's like a few inches few inches, that's a lot. Maybe like an inch or so of stubble. That's not bad. I wouldn't be concerned. Maybe a little less. But anything else, that could be concerning because, that could be a red flag. But let me look it up. Person who looks they live in Ooh. This is what I think the guy looks like. This is my prediction. I don't know if you can really see him. That's my prediction.
only the kitchen light was on. As they walked around the house, Amanda noticed one huge red flag. No furniture. Nothing. The landlord was polite about answering questions, but seemed irritable to keeping the lights on for too long, rushing her around and only letting her look at rooms for a few moments. There was a single room that the landlord wouldn't open, telling her that it was the occupant's room and he didn't want to invade her privacy. As they walked down the hall into the living room, she notices the front door has a plank nailed across it.
Whoa.
Quote-unquote broken.
Okay, so it has the plank, so he couldn't escape, possibly. It's like John Cena and punch the door, which is what I would do. But other than that, here's a mistake. He's hiding that room, but who knows what could be there? It could be a stash of weed. It could be a stash of cocaine, or meth, or heroin, or other shit, or some shrooms. You don't know what's in there. He's chained. Oh no, don't open it. Well, he looks like he lives in his car. Could be using his shit, you know? Those are some red flags you need to be considerate about.
For sure. Amanda's creepometer is starting to ding, so she decides to wrap up the walkthrough and leave.
Yeah, my creepometer is going up to the sky. Higher than I'll ever see some aerials go to.
But trying to be polite. As she's given the guy her "thanks for the showing" bit, he perks up and states that he forgot to show her.
Okay. Just taking a break. That was unnecessary. Okay, I'm sorry about that interruption. Let's continue.
Basement. He claims it's recently furnished and would be a great rec room, and she should take a look.
That's another red flag. So, okay, in the basement. Then guess what he did? Locked the door behind and raped her. Did it? Or did he? Let's find out. Probably happened.
Down there. At the time, Amanda and the landlord are standing in the small hallway between the front living room and the back kitchen. In this little hallway was the basement door. When he opens the door, it opens outward to create something of a barrier between Amanda and the back door. The basement is pitch black. He smiles.
If there's a barrier, you know something's wrong. So.
Motions down the stairs and
now he's smiling. That's concerning.
says, "Ladies first." What happens next is not.
Ladies first. Do you really think this bitch cares about women? Just saying. I'm just saying. You really think he cares? You know why? Look, let's put it this way. Ladies first. Even if it was a man. Guess why he said that? He used it as an excuse to push her down the stairs and murder her.
Nothing more than a stroke of luck. Amanda gets a text just as some random person parks in front of the house. Thinking on her feet, she pretends it's a phone call and answers her phone. "Hey, yeah, are you here? I'll come out from around back and let you in." "It's great, you have to see it." With a motion of confidence, she excuses herself around the landlord and walks out of the back door. She says the guy just looked at her like he was confused.
You got it going.
Once outside, she sprinted to her car and sped like hell out of there. When Amanda got home, she told her mother and my brother everything. Cops were called. They took her statement and went to investigate. The Craigslist post had been removed. The house had been foreclosed over 6 months earlier. It was found out
That's another red flag.
that the house had been foreclosed over 6 months earlier and the property had been abandoned. When the police investigated, they found that the closed room that the so-called landlord didn't want her to look in was where the man had been staying. There was a pile of old dirty blankets, rotten food, and empty gallon jugs everywhere. More creepy
Why can't that guy just throw it down the stairs? This guy's an idiot.
was he had plastered ripped up pages from porno magazines on all the walls in the room.
That's a semi-red flag. Because some people love their porn. But to tape it all to the walls, just the covers, well, it's kind of a memory, but just keep them in their original form. I mean, come on, man.
The really scary part of this was the basement. The man had tied a thin piece of fishing twine at about shin level across the stairs about halfway down. The basement was empty except another pile of old blankets, a broom handle wrapped in leather belts, and a small box with a few rolls of assorted tape.
That bitch saved your life. Or else you would have gotten murdered to death. Thank him to death, bitch.
I was up late looking for goalie equipment on Craigslist some night in the summer. I was on...
Unfortunately, I'm kind of mixed on this, buying this stuff. I mean, I'm the one who wants to sell on Craigslist, not really buy. Maybe some used, like, trimmers and shit, but not this. It needs to fail the safety tests. It could fail, but...
only 14 and had no job, and therefore no money, so I had to find the cheapest deal possible. I didn't really care about the condition of anything. I came across an ad that seemed like a steal. The pictures showed the pads, blocker, glove, and stick. They were all in visibly good condition. It was only listed for $50. That seemed like an insane deal. I contacted the seller via text, and he asked me a few questions, one of which was how old I am. I responded 14.
Did you really have to tell him his your age? Did you really have to? And did he have to ask you that? That's information that could be strictly confidential to you. And you just blew it. No, this guy's gonna make a special treat for you because you're 14. Because he thinks you're a pussy. And you're just gonna come in there and he's just gonna rape you. That's how it happens. A 20-year-old would be stronger than a 14. Unfortunately, that's the truth, but... Did you have to tell him you're 14? You could have told him you're 20. Just tell him you're 20, but when you come, you're 14. I mean, I wouldn't feel safe giving out my real age.
And he told me he's glad to hear that I'm dedicated at a young age.
Oh.
It didn't really seem weird to me what he said at the time,
Baby
but
time.
now that I look back on it, I should have been wiser. I asked the seller for his address, but he instead asked me what town I'm from, and that he could just meet me somewhere walking distance from my house.
Red flags are going off in my house. The thing is, when you don't want to give out your address, but instead want them to give your address, that's fucking up. Another thing is, I want to meet you in town. I'll probably have the chain gang with him, trying to kill you.
I didn't know how I felt about this, but I really wanted that equipment. We agreed to meet in the parking lot of the mall, which is literally down the block from my house. I stood alone in the exact spot I described for a few minutes, until I heard somebody toot their horn. I noticed a white van parked away from all the other cars.
Pedo van. That's a pedo van. Short for pedophile. Pedo. That's a pedo van. There's some niggers about to kill you. They got the chain gang in there. And they're gonna just kidnap you.
And I received a text saying that he was in the white van.
Okay. It's time to back up your car, turn around, and book the hell back to your house. It's a white van. You know what these are responsible for? The deaths of so many niggers. No, that's really racist. I'm really apologize. The death of a bunch of kids or whatever. Because they could take them into the van, then they kill them. I mean, just don't fall for this, man.
I replied telling him to come out with the equipment, but he said it would be easier to do the transaction in the van. I had a really bad feeling about this and hightailed away from there. I ran down the block, and when I looked back, I saw the white van driving down the street behind me.
See? It's beginning to happen. Wait, oh, so he did walk there. I thought you were in... I'm an idiot. He's 14. He can't drive, so... I thought he was walking, but... What I meant to say is, you get the fuck back and walk back down. So he's walking back. Now he's following you, so that's harassment. So that's one red flag.
Now there was someone in the passenger side as well.
Okay.
I didn't want to lead them to my house, so I cut into some random person's backyard and hopped over the fence. I was on the opposite side of the block now, hiding behind a bush. Within 20 seconds, the white van passed by and turned the next turn, vanishing from sight. It was safe to run back to my house now.
Good.
My parents flipped shit on me when I told them about it. I didn't get the tag number or a good look at their faces, so all they could report was a suspicious white van.
Okay.
The Craigslist ad was taken down, so I couldn't show it to my parents. I thought it was over, but that night, I heard a vehicle engine running outside. I looked out my window down...
What a coincidence. What a coincidence. So they stalked you.
To the street and saw the white van sitting across the street. But as soon as I looked out the window, the van drove off down the road out of sight. I haven't seen it since.
Okay, good.
I don't know if they saw me or not, or if they somehow found my address.
Wow.
It makes me paranoid to this day.
It makes me paranoid to hear this bitch clucking up to the max. Fucking up, I meant. I'm so used to Gators stuff. Man. Damn. This is one of those situations where it's kind of tricky.
I was selling a dining room set on Craigslist. I listed it for $1,200, but
See, this is
put
what
slightly negotiable in the title.
that thing ain't worth a shit. That table's worth like $200. Wait, I'm gonna read the description. I'm sorry it took 20 minutes for 7 minutes of video. But Queen Anne style in excellent condition. This was purchased. It's free removal 12-inch leaves. All measurements lower approximate. Well, I know nothing about this table, what it's made out of. I'm just saying from the picture, it looks like shit. This is the type of thing I would sell on. I sold like a dining set for outside on Craigslist for like 150 or so. What was it? Something like that. I forgot.
It was a good-looking set, but I wasn't getting any offers. I did live in the country, though, so not a lot.
Because it was $1,200. Who the fuck wants to pay that for a used dining set? I could buy a dining set nice for that price.
People lived in my town. I finally received a call about the set. The man on the other end of the phone had a very shaky voice, and he sounded a bit off, but I can't really explain how. He wanted to check out the set to make an offer, so I gave him my address, and he said he would be over within the hour. I dusted off all the furniture one more time to make it look as nice as possible. The doorbell rang within 10 minutes. I was shocked. He must have lived really close, which in my area was very surprising.
Wow.
I opened the door and immediately felt uncomfortable about letting this man into my house.
Me too.
He was wearing a white undershirt with yellow stains scattered all over it.
That's a red flag. That means you're homeless. No, I'm just kidding. I have those. Those are undershirts. Those are what some people in Northern. I still wear them, but they're like if in the winter you would wear it under your shirt. It's just a basic white shirt. It's not like anyone's gonna see it, unless there's exceptions. If you know what I mean, but nah.
His pants were way too baggy and had a few tears in them.
That means he either is clucking up on finding his clothes, or he's poor, or he's just a loser, or he's lazy.
His gray mustache stained brown in the middle, and his hair a complete mess. Basically everything you shouldn't look in public, he looked. Basically everything you shouldn't look in public, he looked.
That was a repeat.
He greeted me with a hello in the same shaky
Stop repeating.
voice as before. I invited him in, and he immediately caught glimpse of the dining room set, since the dining room is the
Red flag.
first room you see in the house. He began walking around really slowly, making weird sounds and making sure to feel every inch of every piece of furniture.
Maybe he's an alien from 100 years ago. I'm just kidding. 100 below. Yeah, fuck off.
I was very weirded out watching this and decided to break the silence by bringing up the price. I reminded him that my asking price was $1,200, and then he stopped, looked up at me, and gave me the most unnerving smile I had ever seen.
Wow.
How about $500? He asked me. I laughed
That seems realistic, but
a bit at the insane offer, almost thinking he was joking, but when his smile turned to an angry expression, I knew he wasn't. I apologized and told him that's much too low for me. The lowest I would be willing to go is $1,000. The man then started acting even weirder.
wow.
He put his hands up to his head and started making strange noises again, pacing back and forth.
I'm telling you, maybe he's an alien. Maybe he's an alien.
He then looked at me with a look of anger and hatred. This man was not right in the head. I realized it just then and there, and I needed him out of my house. I apologized to him again and thanked him for coming, which was the most obvious way of me letting him know it was time for him to leave. But he didn't move. At this point, the stare he was giving me was obviously a stare of malice. This man was much bigger than me, and I didn't think I could take him in a fight.
Oh shit.
But then the man moved his hand to his back pocket, and I quickly assumed he was reaching for a gun.
Uh-oh. So many red flags are going. The thing is, I would be negotiating. I mean, it's either your life or the table. Maybe tell him it's go 900, 800, 700, 600. Try negotiating. It works. I mean, I don't care about the table.
I ran upstairs to my bedroom to my closet, leaving the man alone in the dining room. In my closet, I grabbed my .45, loaded it, and...
Good. This guy is a smart NRA member. Wait, 45? That's not... I'm not sure if that's a rifle. I don't know what gun that is. I know what a 44 is. That's an awesome gun. 44 Magnum. Those are cool little revolvers, but 45, I need to look that up. But anyway, this is a smart guy. There's times like these when you need a gun. It's times like these you need a gun. Just saying. Other than that, you don't need a gun unless you want to kill someone, which is not really a good thing. You know? Semi-red flag I give is, why are you leaving? Because he could come up with the dining table. Let's steal it back.
Cover behind the wall, sneaking a peek into the dining room. The man was gone. I went back to my room and locked the door. I called the police and took cover behind my bed in the meantime. It felt like hours before I heard the police sirens outside my house. However, I stayed put behind my bed.
Good.
For all I knew, that man was right outside my bedroom door.
Oh.
Thankfully, I hadn't locked the door, and I heard the police enter my house. I left the bedroom with my hands raised and showed them my ID. They had me wait outside while they continued their search. I sat there for probably 5 minutes before the 2 police officers stepped out of my house, with the man in handcuffs.
Oh, good.
They told me something disturbing. He was hiding in my pantry closet with a loaded gun.
Wow.
I feel it's only a miracle that the police weren't shot at. But the thing that still haunts me the most to this day was the look that man gave me through the window of the police car as it drove off. A look of malice and hatred. Like,
I told you he could be an alien.
The first thing he would plan to do after getting out of jail would be to come back for me. I'm still thinking about moving. I can't deal with the constant paranoia of that man coming back. All I can say that can be learned from this is to be very careful when giving your address to people from Craigslist.
That's what I'm saying, because you don't want random people coming to your house. I mean, unless it's Donald Trump. Then I want him in my house, but other than that, you don't want random people in your house that are acquaintances. I just show a bear. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, so yep, so this is pretty much the end of it. See, avoiding scams, safety tips. I'm sorry this screen's gonna keep doing this. But yeah, be careful, man. This guy, you were one step closer from getting killed. To the edge of being killed, I mean. He was hiding in the pantry like a little pussy. So, I like, boy! Little pussy boy. He's scared. Hiding in your pantry. Who knows what he could have, I would have got my bag and would have thrown all that shit out that he sat on in my pantry. I'd be like, fuck yeah, it's contaminated with criminal germs. But couldn't say. Man, just be careful. This is some fucking scary shit. So see ya, guys. This is Top and stay classy.